Hello, today we'll be analyzing the World Cup and how it creates and manages waste, looking at the specific case study of the 2022 World Cup hosted by Qatar. Here's our Minecraft model of the Lusail Stadium, a real-life stadium built to host the World Cup. To begin with, this iteration of the world's biggest sporting event required 7 new stadiums to be built and 1 more to be refurbished. According to the official FIFA publications, this construction consumed huge amounts of raw materials, human labor, and released vast amounts of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. Moreover, waste was not limited to only the building stage, as a significant number of resources were consumed during tournament time. Today, we will be analyzing the attempts of FIFA to control the waste produced and their claims of being carbon neutral.
Firstly, according to the FIFA World Cup Sustainable Strategy, detailed recycling programs were implemented to minimize waste generation and maximize recycling. These included ensuring that solid waste, materials such as concrete, metals, plastic, wood, paper, and cardboard were diverted from going to waste as landfills. This was done by creating a waste hierarchy based on weight and then segregating these materials. Likewise, they also attempted to reduce single-use plastics and food waste, reuse demolition waste, and recycle wood into mulch. This maximized the number of materials recycled. According to FIFA, on average, 79% of construction waste was diverted from landfill, including a staggering 95% for Stadium 974.
This practice extended during tournament time, where a comprehensive program was implemented to encourage circularity, minimize waste to landfill, and reduce associated greenhouse gas emissions. This included key strategies such as gathering info at test events, sustainable procurement of materials, training and awareness for staff, waste segregation, and downstream waste management. The most significant of these was using test events such as the 2021 Arab Cup, which allowed organizers to test strategies such as back-of-house segregation. This had significant effects, such as the Al Bayt Stadium receiving a recycling rate 70%, while others hovered between 42% and 50%.
However, FIFA's claims of environmental sustainability are not unchallenged. Critics claim that they underplayed their carbon emissions in order to project a positive image to fans and investors. For example, Carbon Market Watch claims that due to the organizers' faulty accounting approach, they might have underestimated the carbon emissions by a factor of 8. This is due to the faulty accounting process that they used. Essentially, Qatar is extremely small geographically, and before the World Cup, they had only 1 stadium. To host this event, they needed to build 7 new stadiums, which will probably remain unused after the tournament. Since the organizers calculated each stadium's carbon emissions by dividing the number of days of the tournament by the estimated lifetime of the stadiums, the true carbon emissions were 1.6 million tons rather than the reported 0.2 million tons.
Furthermore, there was also a significant cost of water for the tournament. Qatar relies heavily on desalination, a process which removes salt from water to make it fresh for its water needs. This process has a significant environmental cost as it releases brine, a concentration solution of salt water, into the sea, damaging all the marine organisms. To satisfy the demands of the World Cup, Qatar needed to increase its production by 10%, which was especially damaging as they were already in a drought.
Therefore, the Qatar World Cup underscores the importance of transparency in sustainable development and waste management. While significant steps were taken to reduce waste, which yielded important results, there was a lack of clarity in the process. This led FIFA to lower their carbon emissions and the overall environmental effects of the World Cup. Sporting events such as these have huge impacts on the environment, and especially as one will be hosted here in Miami, a transparent and effective process is key to protecting our already stained environment.